Yes, this is my fresh level 100 Summoner Necromancer, trying a little bit of Uber Lilith. But that wasn't my goal. I just reached the max level, and I wanted to see how high can I push Nightmare Dungeons with summons. Since we've beaten 69 already, I choose to take my unoptimized gear, mostly 700s, and attempt a tier 82 Nightmare Dungeon, where almost everything just one hits you. And the biggest question is always, do minions do enough damage? Ring of Mendon still worth it? Can Summoner Necromancer do it? Quick rundown which version we're using with the Diablo 4 builds link in the description below. That is way more in depth. We're right now doing the Bone Prison one because Bone Prison 100% triggers Ring of Mendon and allows your minions to continuously do millions of damage. That gets combined with the aspect that makes a blight pool in the Bone Prison and therefore 15 times higher your damage in the abilities with supernatural blight from you and your minions. That runs down with a standard Shadow Blight build, more or less. That also then goes for only 3 points in Inspiring Leader and Death Defense, not a single point in Hellbound Commander or Bonded Essence. And surprise, your minions still don't die. You don't need points in Bonded Essence, and Hellbound Commander doesn't actually hire your Ring of Mendon damage. With the Shadow Blight ticking up to 100k plus, with a very thought out Paragon board that actually focuses on damage mainly and armor, plus surprisingly or unsurprisingly critical strike damage. And yes, the damage to healthy enemies adds to your first shot of Ring of Mendon if the opponent is still healthy. So if he's 80% and above, you can hit 4.5 million hits. And then we also boost max life. We're using the Glyph Socket for 20 times bonus damage with a stun target because they're getting stunned, obviously, with the Corpse Tendrils. Plus, a lot of damage to elites, damage to endured, critical strike, critical strike, critical strike. Yes, critical strike is very important in that regard. You might wonder, why do we not take shadow damage over time? Well, your main damage is your Shadow Blight as a proc. It's actually not your Corpse Explosion with the shadow damage over time, surprisingly. And the initial proc of shadow damage that can go is also not shadow damage over time. It's a therefore, just actually boosting shadow damage itself and affected by shadow damage are the real damage dealers. But that thing broken down in mere itty bitty detail, link for a video and the D4 builds in the description. And now off in that tier 82 dungeon, we did it live on stream and recorded it for you to enjoy. Blind Burrows. Man, Blind Burrows is the perfect dungeon, guys. If I'm not able to do a blind 82 Blind Burrows, I might as well delete the character. Blind Burrows is my home, my castle, you know? I've been living, breathing Blind Burrows now for the longest time. If I'm not able to get that done here, we might as well delete the character. Come on, everyone cheer for me. This is my dungeon. Like, this is like the easiest dungeon you can do as a necromancer. Because every opponent is just perfectly suited and made for you to kill. Because they're all like easy, you know? They're all like masses of things together, and it all just explodes and dies. I mean, obviously it does poison my poor skellies, and you know, you notice that, but it's not really complicated. I mean, my skellies finally die, by the way, to all the explosions, so they... Oh, shit. Also, the tier 100 Necro, by the way, Chad, the tier 100 Necro Clearer, he also went against a Blind Burrows. You know why? Again, it's the perfect dungeon for a Necromancer. No nasty surprises, nothing. And you know what the best part is? These Eric Knight Horrors here, the ones, if you freeze them, they don't actually explode. But most importantly, if you actually manage to even have a suppressor of them, I can lock them into a wall. You know, if I lock these guys into a bone prison, they won't actually... They won't actually be able to hit me because they get stuck in the bone prison. That's probably the biggest difference, because a lot of the other mobs, they have like such a high swinging range, like the guys in Champion's Demise, for example. The way they're swinging, they just swing past everything. Well, that's a Wandering Soul. Now, we really don't want to do a Wandering Soul event right now. Thank you very much. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, yo. I thought that would kill me. I literally thought that explosion would just shredder me. Oh, like, notice how uncomplicated these minions are to kill, right? Okay, 2 skeleton warriors bit the grass here. Some loot. Let's hope we get some 800s. We really need them. Would you do hardcore? Again, I make guides. Like, you might have seen my YouTube. Surprise, right? And it's a lot of guides. And I can't just have a character randomly die and then not be able to make a guide for another week. You know? Also, like, softcore guides perfectly translate over to hardcore. You just have to play a little bit more cautious, and that's about it. I mean, sometimes you can obviously build something also a wee bit more tanky, but realistically, it's the same in green, essentially, as we like to say in Germany. Could you stop attacking me? Thank you. Everyone dead. Pick up some... Oh, there's more. But wait, there's more. So you notice how nasty and cheesy the Blind Burrows progression is. I don't think I have to delete my account. We might be safe, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I really don't want to delete that Necro because I kind of like him. You know, we have fun memories. We've spent like 200 plus hours together. So I would... Oh, God. I'm pretty sure that would probably one-hit me. You know, like, this is like the Elias level of Mortar. If that hits you... Oh. Yikes. On my way. Oh, it tears like a new one into the galaxy. What about on stream? Well, that's the thing, my friend. On stream, that's where I level up my characters. It's not like that I have time to sit down to level up characters off stream, you know, because off stream I have 2 children and a wife. That's surprising or unsurprising, like to see their father and husband every now and then. Yeah, I'm still being liked in my family, lucky me. So yeah, there's like no time to grind up other characters than, you know, on stream. So personally, yes, I would probably enjoy some hardcore, but practically the way how I create content and everything is not going to be working. What level is your glyph radius getting bigger? 15. So first and foremost, you want to level every single glyph up to level 15, or every single glyph that you need for your build to 15, because every single glyph to 15 might take a while, but every single glyph you need for your build. Hello? Oh, you're Mortar too? Perfect. Pull everything together. Get it in the bone prison. What's in the bone prison can't hurt you. Number 1 lesson. What's in the bone prison can't hurt you. Okay, I hope you like how this is looking. I think we're doing this fast. Like, I don't feel like we're slow. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chad. This looks like some decent clearing speed. Ow. Delete the account right now. No, I got hit by the freezing spinning circle wombo jumbo. Remember what we said about decent clearing speed and deleting the account? It is what it is, Chan. And ain't a hardcore. Well, if this was hardcore, I would never do that content. I mean, you know, I would never do an 82 dungeon on hardcore. Unless I had everything 825 equipment, and then even 825 equipment, I would probably not even do it. Because again, there's like no reason to do this. I mean, like, there's no reason to try this content on hardcore ever. Oh my goodness, that spinning circle that just spawns randomly on me just is about to rip me into pieces. A frosted shot had almost got me twice there. I mean, I'm happy we didn't get had twice, because I would have been very peeved, but it was close. It was a clutch save. Hey, like good old blood mist. People keep saying, Pony, why don't you just get rid of the blood mist? But honestly, there's very few situations where you're very happy having it. And I could have had, for example, Bone Storm now, but what would Bone Storm use me? I wouldn't have gotten a berry up. So, you know, it's not like Bone Storm would have saved me in that situation. The only thing that saves you in these situations is not stand in the damage. You know, the part where just don't stand in the damage like an idiot helps you the most in this situation. Okay, final villager. Oh, that's another mortar. That's another mortar. Pull them together. Oh no, it's a mortar and an explosive. I didn't see the one. Oh no, how was I so blind? You know what? I should have not gone that deep. Oh shit, what the? No, 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 no. Don't you just spawn on me like that? Rude. Especially as I don't have my minions back yet. What the wazoo, Chan? Yeah, that was me just rushing in too early. Poison's no joke. Poison is scary in the endgame dungeons. But it should be. Like, again, this is 82 plus 53. I mean, the enemies are level 130 something. 36, yeah. I mean, they're 36 levels higher than you. I mean, if they wouldn't just, like, absolutely obliterate you, what would that be for a high nightmare? Okay, no. Oh, you. That thing just exploded on me. Yeah, getting attacked from behind while you're trying to clear things on the front was not on my bucket list of things that I wanted to have happen to me right now. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, yeah, you destroyed that. Perfect. Now kill him. Thank you, minions. Yeah, all minions come gather here for a second. Is he dead? Oh, no, he's not dead. He just reset. Oh, great. He reset. Fantastic. Why wouldn't you reset? Good. We died twice. It was unnecessary death, but we died twice. Twitch gets a Path of Exile like widget. I think that's all down to Blizzard if they release like enough of the API for that to be possible. I mean, end of the day, it's not out to Twitch. It's out to a developer actually making that. I mean, they need API access, and the API access has been limited as it seems so far. And then they can essentially create something like that. But yeah, it's literally like not Twitch that can do anything about that. It's all down to Blizzard to even allow that amount of access, because for some reason Blizzard has been a bit, you know, holding back on handing out API access as it seems. A community made letters. I mean, there's so much stuff API access can lead to, right? And it's only good stuff. Like, seriously, when did API access ever lead to bad things? I mean, obviously, like, that's also a thing why Blizzard is holding back on this. API access also leads to people always trying to monetize in some way. So they're trying to bring out some things that they could only make together with the API, right? And they're going to, like, whip out some leaderboards, and they're going to do some tournaments, and I don't even know whatever, you know, like stuff like that. And this is also what developers try to, like, they don't want often. Like, they don't want the API access. Oh, God, that is a suppressor minion. We're going to swap over here. I'm going to try, see if this actually works the way I want this to work right now. It's going to be a little bit hard, because I'm literally not going to really do damage inside there, but it might be working with the... Look out. It might be working if I get them bone prisoned. See, this is what I said about these minions. I can essentially keep them locked up where they can't hit me. Right? So I have them like locked up here in the bone prison, but to a point where they can't hurt me. So none of these can actually reach me. And the problem is, again, that my Ring of Mendon is not working the way it should potentially work. Let me swap items again. And this is what broke the Ring of Mendon the last time. One minion died. Perfect. Yes, now it's working. Perfect. There we go. Fantastic. So, such a bullshit, right? But we made it work. Looked so weird, right, chat? How we couldn't get it done, and then you just essentially make the Ring of Mendel work again, and suddenly your damage comes because again your minions actually don't deal damage. Like, it's the Ring of Mendel that does the damage. Is that a bug? Yes. And a very annoying one at that. Because imagine like having to swap. Oh, yo. Imagine having to swap over an item, you know, essentially to get something to work in the middle of a fight. Could these little tiny creeper spiders just leave me alone for a second? That poison was something very annoying. Okay, we're good. Holy moly, we got this. What do you think, guys? How heavy is going to be the boss? Because the boss does a lot of poison damage, but technically you can avoid all the poison damage the boss does. So how hard is it really going to be? Replacing. Channeling Shrine. Oh, Channeling Shrine is nice. Let's go. Okay, that means I can like infinite Bone Prison. That's actually pretty nasty. So we're running in. Bone Prison. Get that locked in. Bone Prison. Bone Prison. Bone Prison. Stunned. Pull everything together. Bone Prison. Bam. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Whew. Well, that was something, right? After testing higher nightmare dungeons for a while, I'm currently on the roll to do a 92, but it's really tough and you got to get the right dungeon because not every dungeon is good for you nightmare-wise. I actually went 90% through a 92 already and then died. Very unfortunate. So we're close to cracking that. And I haven't crafted a tier 100 sigil yet. I'm trying, but it's just not giving me a tier 100 because you can't craft that right away. If you want to have a full rundown on how this build actually works, check this. If you want to have a plus 2000 health amulet, you should not miss out on the lower video.